All right, Summer's taking notes. So anyway, Mike sent me something where some guy got killed by this pit bull, and I guess the guy had some medical episode. I don't even know what that meant. But slumped over, so the dog started barking. So these two daughters, who are like 15 and 16, dragged the dog outside to the garden, which means their backyard, not their actual garden. And then somehow this dog gets back in the house, and they're trying to get this father up on the bed, and this pit bull just latches onto his throat, kills him, bites him in the jugular vein. You don't survive that. Well, I mean, the vein that supplies all the blood to your head. Blood stops. Oh, you think it's on one side of your head? I thought it was right in the middle. I don't know. I'll go to the film festival this weekend. I'll watch Cujo, Old Yeller. Well, they all have rabies. Anyway, yeah, it's scary stuff. It's scary because it's hard to explain. Well, then they just try to say, "Oh, it got startled." Well, got startled. I mean, that explains it. Then. To take it outside, the tenacity that they have to get back at, that one toward the bathroom door. Anyway, they killed the dog at least. So. Anyway, so that's what's going on. Anyway, I don't know, Mike, if you have this book, if you can find this there. It's an older book. It's really about training retrievers. And he trained them mostly with the Nick. I think I had forgotten that until I looked over this. But this is Mike Lardy. But it's important to remember that he's trained a very specific dog. Let's see, when was this? When is this written? 2001. So yeah, that's 15 years old. So in dog training time, that's a long time. And I'll tell you, a good magazine to take. And I'll post it on the Understanding board. If you like a lot of e-collar articles, is the Retriever Journal. Write that down. We'll get a subscription to the Retriever. Write that down. We'll get a subscription to every Labrador retrieving gun dog, coonhound, bloodhound, sighthound magazine that there is. All right, so what does Mike Lardy say? Let's see. Okay, well, he's very smart. The collar will be effective only if it's a part of an overall program that emphasizes teaching positive behavior. Oh, here we go. Hard-nosed advocates of heavy force system often dismiss the need for early positive training with traits and other rewards. This is a big mistake. This is often reflected in poor attitudes of many dogs. Let's see what he says about attitude. Just doing a vlog where I just read and just. Some dogs just don't have the right stuff to become retrieving wizards. I've never seen dog washed out because it had a poor reaction to the collar. Usually they had a poor reaction to training in general and a low level of desire for birds retrieving. Such dogs are probably not appropriate candidates for becoming handling retrievers, though they make adequate hunting dogs under some conditions. You need to emphasize attitude through every step of the training. I think I'll put that that'll be our update. You need to emphasize attitude through every step of the training. Mike Lardy. I wonder if Mike Lardy's on Facebook. I wonder if Mike Lardy would be my Facebook friend. Mike. I'll friend him, and then if Mark says anything, I'll block him. And now, do you really think he'll care? No, he won't. That's good. He's got good stuff though. All right, so he actually talks about Jim and Phyllis in here and how his philosophy is different. There are essentially two schools of thought on how dogs ought to be conditioned. And not anymore. I use a method that uses a relatively short burst of stimulation following an obedience command. In essence, the nick from the collar replaces the tap of the heeling stick or the yank on the lead. The method advocated by Jim and Phyllis involves longer stimulation at lower intensities with a different timing. I only mention these differences here in case newcomers were confused about the conflicting information from fellow trainers. So if you had to ask me, I would say I use the pager like Jim and Phyllis and the nick like Mike Lardy. Yeah, and my trainer's right. Oh, it sounds like an interesting video series. Click. Dennis Voigt, the editor of Retrievers Online. Collar conditioning of Click that was taken over 5 consecutive days at one of my workshops in 1999. Sounds interesting. Mike Lardy's a good-looking guy. In Click's case, lower intensity correction seemed to diminish his response. He tolerated the lower intensity and was not motivated by it. This kind of response can be the downfall of dogs trained with very low intensity methods. In my workshops, I've worked with several dogs with the low intensity prolonged stimulation method. These dogs would sort of plod along, tolerating corrections, but clearly not performing well. They improved when we changed the higher intensity, but shorter duration with clear standards. And you got Sean O'Shea telling people never hit the nick. Fast forward, 16 years. Telling people never hit the nick. Yeah, that's how it's going. Anyway, so what else is going on? What happened? Well, when did this happen? So you turned it on this morning? Well, where did it happen at? Oh, I mean, it happens all the time. I guess maybe cars careen into buildings, but because they had that one like 2 years ago that crashed. Some loser, psychotic Roxycontin addict or something escaping from police crashed into the daycare and killed a little girl. Yeah.
Well, maybe it's the same thing. They're just talking about it.
Oh, maybe.
Again, it probably is.
Maybe he's getting sentenced to life in prison or something.
His mother's forcing trying to enforce the law to have all daycares to have those big concrete.
Yeah, that's probably what it was then, because that happened maybe a year or two ago. Well, at least they're taking action. I mean, you don't expect that. But yeah, some of these daycares are just right by the road. Who knows what kind of lunatics. These lunatics driving down the road. Just the ones I know personally. I don't even want to know the ones I don't know. All right, we're getting ready to go do videos, and we're going to go look for the charger for Michael's collar, which we can't find. And we need to check Stacy, because we haven't heard from Stacy. I hope Remy isn't tearing her whole house down. She needs to get... Stacy, I think you need to get the climb for him. I think you've got the climb and put it outside. We could get the pool boy to train him. You could video it. You could video the pool boy training him. This would be great. Yeah. In fact, let's interview for a new pool boy. It'll be something to do. I swear to God, I get these phantom pages. I asked Mark if I just think my phone is vibrating, but then I see my phone is not on me. I asked Mark if that happened to him, and he said no.
Yeah, it's never happened.
At which point I said, maybe I am crazy. No, I think it's just kind of like the dogs. Yeah, they default. I think when they're defaulting, some of the times they're feeling phantom pages. Anyway, that's what's going on. I'm not even sure we uploaded. I don't think we uploaded the last video. That's when we were talking about Briars. Anyway, Briars still wants to come out here. You know, but he's saying, oh, 90% of my clients don't want the air color. And I said, that's because of the way you're pitching it. You know, it's because of the way you're pitching it. People want it. They're cranking them out in China faster than you can say, you know, Jack in the Box. Oh, God, yeah, they've got them on Groupon. $24.95. So we could have one for each one of these dogs. You know, $300, we're good to go. Forget this costly premium stuff. We're getting the generic. Who cares? Just went over my thing yesterday. I was kind of like, it doesn't really matter. I mean, you know. Well, just, I don't know. Anything. You know, you just go on. That's yes. When you get that final page from God, you know, did it anything really matter? I don't know. Anyway, oh, we got to find Dawn Z's microchip number and her AKC paper. I'll take a picture of it and send it to Susan. And I got to order microchips for the puppies. I'm waiting to hear back from Abby because I threw such a fit last time I called Revival. They don't like me. I don't blame them. Oh, that's right. I always order stuff from them. They're so mean. I mean, I've been going there for 20 years. They act like they don't know you. Can we confirm your address again? I said it's the same one you've got on file. May you just read it back to us so we know? This is every time. This is every time. You know, obviously I have a problem with it because, you know, maybe like being forced to say the Pledge of Allegiance. I don't know. Clearly it's some issue with me. The other customers don't have a problem with it from what they've told me.